What is up, everybody, and welcome back. Sand Dune Syndicate. This is your one-stop shop, all-inclusive, everything you need to know video about a sand dunes trip in St. Anthony. We are going to tour the city, visit the local businesses, and tell you some of the best hidden gems to make your trip that much better. And here we are in front of Rexburg Motorsports, the premier destination for all of your parts, service, apparel, accessories, you name it, they have it. If you find you need one of these during your trip to the dunes, feel free to pop by and give them a visit. And if you happen to be staying in Rexburg and need to top off on ethanol-free 91, Dudes on Second has got you covered. If there's one thing in life that is a guarantee, it is that we cannot control the weather. If you end up coming up here and the weather sucks, just know you can kill some pretty good time by coming to Fat Cats. They've got bowling, they've got arcade, they've got movies, good place to kill some time. Your closest morning pick-me-up is going to be Java Express Hut and Denny's. Now, obviously, Walmart is going to be your most comprehensive shopping experience up here. They do also provide curbside pickup, which is really nice. If you can get online, make all your selections, show up, you don't have to pack, transport, keep everything cool on the way up here. It's freaking awesome. Now, we have finally made it to the St. Anthony portion of the tour, which is pretty much the whole purpose of this video. I really want to highlight the local businesses and what they have to offer while you guys are up here at the dunes. As you can see, I've got a massive tank behind me here. But there's also a pretty cool community park that has a river that runs through it, nice Bowery, picnic tables, that sort of thing. So. Another pretty cool thing about the park here is they've got something called the Sandbar, which is kind of a little like riverfront beach kind of type tube slide that's super cool. We're actually going to head over there in a sec, but I'll show you a quick kind of clip of it just across the river here. Let's go. But before we head over there, I got to show you guys another cool thing. These are kind of some rock channels that have been cut out by this river down here. And it's pretty cool because people will kind of come down here and hang out, and it's just super pretty and yeah, kind of a cool little thing. Check it out. Now, as far as gas stations go in St. Anthony, we're going to highlight two different ones. The first one being Maverick. Now, Maverick is really good because you have a giant parking lot, large fuel bays, wide variety of fuel. They've got hot food, snacks, everything you need. Now, my favorite thing about CNC specifically is that it is a small town, locally owned and operated outfit. Really good people, super helpful. Now, St. Anthony is a pretty small city, but it does pack a pretty big punch. Lots of hidden gems you can find out and about. All right, now if you're looking for Mexican food, this is gonna be your spot. El Jalisciense. I strongly recommend the pork chimichanga. Next up, we have Dusty's, a small corner store selling gas, snacks, and liquor. This place is absolutely stacked. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Also a major benefit to you Duners here, ethanol free 91 available at Dusty's. And next up we have got Instagear Outdoor Rentals. Now, like I said, sometimes you come up here and you think you can spend the whole week riding dunes. Ideally you would, but you're susceptible to mechanical breakdowns, bad weather, and sometimes we have a camp divided, right? Not everybody wants to go out and rip the dunes all day. If you come up here and you want to switch up your activities, pay these guys a visit. They've got rentals, they've got equipment, camping, hiking, biking, swimming, paddle boarding, you name it. Let's pop inside and take a look. Now, Roxy is going to be your one-stop shop for hard pack ice cream, coffee, and snacks. And next up we have Fixology. Sodas, cookies, snacks, whatever you need. And this soda is absolutely delicious, by the way. I've seen side-by-sides drive through there before because they have this little like pull-through kind of bay. So another option for you. Be kind of fun, right? And for the absolute best burger in town, no questions asked, Big J's is the place. But it's also not just burgers. They've got pizza, sandwiches, French fries, all sorts of stuff too. So they have a very, very comprehensive menu. If you're in the mood for a chicken sandwich, Chrissy's Chicken is pretty bomb. And if you're feeling Chinese food, Fong's is pretty dang good. I highly recommend their sesame chicken. It's a little bit different than you're probably used to, but man. If you need a place to spray off your machines, trailers, RVs, side-by-sides, you name it, they've got nice, big, wide, and tall bays here. And as far as a community grocery store goes, this Brolem's will get you all squared away. It is a little bit more of an abbreviated store, but it's got all the essentials. They are located down here, kind of on the east end of St. Anthony, so it's a few miles away from the resort, but it's pretty close. All right, now there are essentially 3 campgrounds you can choose from right now up here at St. Anthony Sand Dunes. There's already pretty extensive reviews on all of them on YouTube. Go check them out. We're not gonna do like super in-depth tours, just kind of let you know a little bit more about what's up here. So first off, you've got Sand Hills Resort. Now they are on the very, very far north end. Pretty nice little campground. One of the drawbacks is that they're pretty far away from a lot of the big dunes, like really far away. So if you're on like a 4-wheeler or a dirt bike and you're kind of just out puttering around and kind of just having fun that way in the sand, not a bad option. It looks like they are closed, not currently open for the season. There is a rental company on site, which is pretty nice, Patriot Rentals. Looks like they've got a pretty good selection of new machines out. One nice thing about Sand Hills Resort is they have really mature trees, which provides a pretty good amount of shade. They've got some nice facilities there. They've got grass, pretty good little gift shop. So they definitely have some things to make you a little bit more comfortable. All right, now next up is Idaho Dunes RV. This is a really nice resort. They have a lot of amenities here. They've got a super nice general store, kind of clubhouse you can go check in. They've got snacks, they've got alcohol, they've got basic riding gear. They do have really nice apparel. There's also flush toilets, warm showers, and they're starting to pour more cement out in front of the RV sections. Cool thing about this is that you're kind of in between the big dunes out on the west side and some of the smaller stuff out on kind of the northeast side. So you're kind of right in the middle. This is definitely a fan favorite of a lot of the duners up in the area. Of note as well, they do have full hookups, partial hookups, and dry camping. So you can kind of take your pick and cater your reservation to what you got going on. All right, next up is Egan Lake Campground. It is run by the BLM. There are some reserved spots, some first come, first serve. There's also a day use area. Let's check it out. I'm not sure if you can really see it behind me or not, but one of the coolest things about the dunes up here in Idaho, you've got sand dunes, green farm fields just sweeping and rolling all through the valley here, and then you get the snow-capped Tetons off in the distance. If you time your trip just right, the scenery is unbelievable. Just a little bit of a know before you go type situation. Come out, have fun, but you gotta play by the rules and stay safe. And here we've got the Pit Stop. Pretty good little shop selling stickers, apparel. There's kind of some limited parts in there for some sandrails, side-by-sides, motorcycles. He's got some snacks, nice cold drinks, and ice. Stop in and pay him a visit. Now, I've stayed at a couple campgrounds up here, and one of the really cool things is that there is something called the highway, which connects all of the campgrounds. It's kind of a designated marked trail system that will take you right along from one to the other. Super cool. So you can pop from one resort to the other, check out their merch, their apparel, their snacks, pay them a visit, scout it out. Really cool. A little bit lesser discussed topic here. There are emergency services on site. You can see there's the EMS shed behind me here. It is not staffed all the time though. The staffing kind of fluctuates a little bit. Generally busier weekends, holidays, that sort of thing, they are here. So they do have sandrail, four-wheelers, that sort of thing to get responders out to you, but just be aware, it is a cumbersome effort to get somebody off the sand that is injured. One slight drawback to this place is there are no flushing toilets. They are vault toilets, just a heads up. So this is also a really cool feature here as well. There is a height adjustable ramp that helps you get stuff in and out of pickups. Pretty sweet. So this is the day use area. As you can see, it's pretty large. It is graveled, but it's very dusty gravel. So just be aware of that as you're kind of hanging out and leaving doors open to vehicles, trailers, that sort of thing. Generally, people are pretty respectful as they're driving through here, keeping it nice and slow, but you can definitely get some stuff kicked up. So and over the last few years, they've definitely put a little bit more money into this place as far as gravel. These nice steel gazebos are really awesome to keep the sun off you, keep the wind off you, that sort of thing. So they're definitely making some improvements here. I'm also just wanting to highlight as well that there are ADA accessible stalls here. This one is a nice double stall, so it's technically a double site, but they are thoroughly paved and they've got very close proximity to the restrooms and the garbage. These double stalls are a really cool feature. You can double up, buddy up, come with your friends, share a campsite. Pretty awesome. And what would a campsite be without a huge fire pit? I mean, honestly, that's half the fun. Going out for a rip, coming back, having a fire, cooking some food, some s'mores. Love it. These stalls that back the south end of the campground here, there's kind of a swampy, kind of marshy area. It's not uncommon to see wildlife, especially moose. I've seen a couple moose while camping here, and it is freaking awesome to see those things in real life. They are huge. And if you tend to think of yourself as a one-man wolf pack, coming alone, that's cool. They got those options too. Now, I'm not sure if I've mentioned this thoroughly enough or not. These are a combination of online reservation and first come, first serve. So like with everything else in life, plan accordingly. So this is pretty cool. The Aegean Lake is filling back up. This is a seasonal lake. It kind of runs off of the irrigation ditches and canals up here. We posted a pretty cool video of this on our Instagram. We actually came out and paddle boarded this last season. Really only gets a couple feet deep. Another good option for you if you want to just break it up a little bit. You can come out here, cool off, go for a nice float, paddle, whatever you're feeling. In the summer, it does get pretty warm, so it's a good option to get out and cool down. And when this pond is completely full, it really only gets about 3, maybe 4 feet deep at its deepest, so not too bad. Also, clean up after yourselves, people. Come on. Seriously? Man, I cannot freaking wait for Dune season. We are so close. Everybody's starting to get up and running for this season. Can't wait to see you guys up here. And there you have it, folks. That is your comprehensive wrap on St. Anthony Sand Dunes. If you feel like I missed something or I left out one of your favorites, go ahead and comment down below. Let's start a discussion.